Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins, up next on Quip Quest Deep Dive.
In 2005, Warner Brothers took a massive gamble. After 1997's Batman and Robin nearly killed the franchise, they handed the keys to a director named Christopher Nolan. His mission? Reboot The Dark Knight from scratch. The budget was set at $150 million, and Nolan assembled an absolute murderer's row of talent. Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, Michael Caine as Alfred, Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox, Gary Oldman as Gordon, Liam Neeson as Ducard, and Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow. Filming spanned 3 countries, the UK, Iceland, and in Chicago. Nolan refused to use a second unit, directing all 129 days himself. It premiered in Tokyo on May 31st, 2005. When it hit U.S. theaters June 15th, 2005, Batman Begins opened at $48.7 million. By the end of its run, it had grossed over $373 million worldwide, making it the 9th highest grossing film of the year. Critics hailed it as the Batman movie fans had waited their entire lives for, and it earned Nolan's team an Academy Award nomination for Best Cinematography. This wasn't just a comeback, it was the beginning of one of cinema's greatest trilogies.
The soundtrack's secret message. One of the most interesting details is hidden in plain sight on the film's official soundtrack.
What's up?
Christopher Nolan collaborated with composers Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard for the first time on this movie, to reflect the dual nature of Bruce Wayne and Batman. Zimmer handled the action cues, while Howard composed the emotional pieces.
Okay.
As a fun Easter egg, they named every single track on the album after a specific species of bat. It doesn't stop there. If you take the first letter of tracks 4 through 9, Barbastella, Artibeus, Tadarida, Macrotus, Anthrozoos, and Necteris, they actually spell out the word Batman. It's a subtle detail that shows just how much thought went into every aspect of the film.
Quite amazing stuff. The what-if casting of Scarecrow. While Cillian Murphy's haunting portrayal of Dr. Jonathan Crane is iconic now, the role almost went to a major star in a very different phase of his career. Christopher Nolan has since revealed that before casting Murphy, he was very close to giving the role of Scarecrow to Robert Downey Jr. Nolan was a huge admirer, but admitted he was a little afraid of casting Downey Jr. at the time due to the actor's well-documented troubled past in the 1990s and early 2000s. It's fascinating to think how different the film and perhaps Downey Jr.'s path to Iron Man might have been.
Interesting. The casting house.
Okay. Ashton Kutcher almost wore the cowl. Warner Brothers desperately wanted the That 70s Show star for Bruce Wayne. Fans were horrified at the thought, I am too, of, dude, where's my Batmobile playing The Dark Knight?
Cillian Murphy's blue eyes cost him Batman. Imagine that. Nolan was so captivated by Murphy's extraordinary eyes that he kept inventing excuses for Scarecrow to remove his glasses in close-ups. But Murphy's audition was so good, Nolan felt audiences would guess his character was secretly a major villain, so he gave him the Scarecrow role instead.
Oh. The Fat Man Problem. After wasting away to 121 pounds for The Machinist, Bale bulked up to 220 pounds in just 5 months. But he got too big, and the batsuit didn't fit. And he had to slim down again while crew members joked, "Bloody hell, Chris! What are we doing? Fat Man or Batman?" Production mayhem.
Nolan's garage studio. The entire script was developed by Christopher Nolan in his garage. Warner Brothers executives didn't get copies. They had to come to the garage and read it under Nolan's watchful eye.
Wow. Real danger on fake ice. The Frozen Lake sword fight was shot on a real glacier in Iceland. During takes, ice wranglers would suddenly scream, "Everybody off!" as the entire glacier shifted beneath them, bucking and groaning like the earth was splitting open.
Michael Caine fell asleep on set? No, Bale did. Waiting to film his first scene with Caine and Morgan Freeman, Bale was supposed to be waking up. He actually dozed off, missing his cue, until Caine poked him awake, yelling about the rookie actor falling asleep.
What? 4 Batmobiles, 0 second unit. Nolan refused to use a second unit director. He shot all 129 days himself. Meanwhile, stunt driver George Cottle destroyed 4 tumblers during filming, but Bale refused to drive it on camera.
Visual secrets.
Oh. Blade Runner is Gotham's godfather. Nolan screened Blade Runner for his crew before filming, using it as the visual Bible for how to shot massive sets to feel real rather than impressive.
That well scene? Stolen from Frank Miller. Bruce falling into the well as a child isn't just an origin story. It's a direct visual nod to the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel from 1986.
Really?
Yeah.
The Batcave was a real rock. The 250-foot-long cave set at Shepard Studios used molds from actual caves. They even installed pumps for a real waterfall. Same studio where Michael Caine filmed his first movie 50 years earlier. He had 8 lines and botched 6 of them.
The great Michael Caine.
Yes. Easter eggs.
Jeffrey Baratheon needed saving. That terrified kid Katie Holmes rescues?
Yeah.
11-year-old Jack Gleason, future King Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Knowing what he becomes, maybe she should have let him stay scared?
What is in a name? Before settling on Batman Begins, the studio considered Batman the Frightening. What? Writer David Goyer originally pitched Batman Beginning. Nolan suggested dropping the ing for particular and punchier announcements.
The Joker's name drop. When Gordon hands Batman the Joker playing card, the officer who recovered it is credited as J. Kerr. Get it? Joker? That's some subtle wordplay. Happy Serendipity podcast available every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Amazon and Spotify. At H Serendipity Pod on X for more details.
And now it's time to put Batman Begins into the guillotine, where we will either roast it or toast it.
Toasted. 5.
All right, I'm breaking character here. I'm going to toast it 4.75.
Remember, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
So long, everyone.